Crime and Consequence, Part 2, The Blood Toll. The road doesn't forget. Neither do brothers you've burned. 6 months. That's how long Jamie Pike had managed to stay invisible as a rat. He was now Jason Marks, renting a damp, under-the-radar cottage outside Rye, blending in with dog walkers and Londoners on weekend getaways. His hair was shorter, his leathers gone. The only trace of who he had been was a faded skull tattoo on his shoulder, which he kept covered at all times. The witness protection deal had been clear. Stay low and no contact with anyone previous in your life. Regular check-ins. In return, he wouldn't see the inside of a cell. The Reaper's fist, gutted by his testimony, had taken blow after blow. Seized weapons, seized drugs, half the Hastings chapter either locked up or vanished. But not all of them. Some stayed free, and some had anger and vengeance in their hearts. Jamie first noticed a blacked-out transit van tailing him near Pet Level. At first, he chalked it up to paranoia, but when he spotted the same van parked outside his cottage the next night, engine idling in the dark, the message was clear. They'd found him, and he knew how. It was the way DI Max Carter wouldn't meet his eyes during their last check-in, in how Carter dodged Jamie's questions about reassignment and started talking too much about keeping things quiet. Jamie had seen enough deals in dark, dingy alleyways to know when someone was being paid off. The cops had sold him out. The rat had been sold by the rats. Jamie always knew this might happen. He knew cops could be bought for the right amount of money. And when he was in the courtroom and he pointed fingers and told the truths that made grown men squirm, a voice in the back of his head whispered, "The road always comes back." And now it had. Back in Hastings, the Reaper's fist was no longer a motorcycle club. It was a vendetta. The new de facto President Craggs, a big ex-paratrooper with dead eyes and hands like mallets, had put out a hit. 10 grand for Jamie alive. 5 if he was brought back in pieces. They weren't playing biker politics anymore. This was war, and Jamie was the enemy. "Fuck it," Jamie said, and broke protocol. He drove to the station in Bexhill himself, stormed through the back entrance, demanded Carter in front of every uniform in the building. "You sold me out," Jamie hissed in the CID corridor, hand gripping the lapel of Carter's suit. "Don't bother denying it. The club's got my address. You've got their money, and now they've got my address." Carter's face didn't move an inch, but his eyes gave it all away. Not guilt, just a cold shrug of someone who made a choice. "You wanted to play outlaw," Carter muttered, straightening his jacket. "This is how the story ends. Grow up." Avoiding assaulting a police officer, Jamie walked outside in the July sun, breathing like a man who knew there were only 2 options left. Run as far away as he can or finish what he started. That night, Jamie dug up the burner phone he'd buried in the biscuit tin beneath the old garden shed. 1 number in it. His old mate Kev. A member from the Reapers. The only one he hadn't testified against. The only one still limping from the Brighton deal that went sideways. It rang, then clicked. A voice, older, raspier. "You got brass balls, my son. I need to talk to you," Jamie said. "Not as a rat, as someone who knows Craggs will come for me." Silence hung over the end of the telephone for a while. And then Kev said, "Meet me by the fish huts, midnight. Come alone." Jamie arrived early, hiding among the boats and the broken crab pots, heart pounding like a piston. The sea stank of salt and decay, classic Hastings. He wasn't sure if Kev would show, or if someone else would in his place. I do hope you enjoyed this story. There is a part 3 coming out. I've already got it written. I'm just going to release it every Sunday. If you did like this story, please give us a like, a follow and a comment. I very much enjoy reading them. I'm going to look into writing more stories for you. Have a lovely day. Thank you very much.